And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Threerella, based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Threerella. Threerella had 5 ugly, mean stepsisters named Tasha, Hannah, Rena, and the twins Ellie and Emmy. Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Esme made Threerella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Emmy all together. One day, the king of Tripleville's messenger said, Hear ye, the king of Tripleville is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Stripling. But Threerella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are... Tasha said, He's going to marry me. Hannah said, No way, Tasha. He's going to marry me. Rena said, Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Ellie said, All 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Emmy said, Are you kidding, sister? He's going to marry me. Later, Threerella is so sad because she cannot go to the ball. Suddenly, Threerella's fairy godmother asks what's wrong. Why are you crying, Threerella? She asks. Threerella responds, I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Stripling. The fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic. She waved her magic wand and chanted the magic word. Triply, trappily, triply, true. And then Threerella's chores are all done, but the fairy godmother said she's not done. He then said, Threerella, go fetch me a good old pumpkin. Luckily, Threerella has 3 pumpkins. The fairy godmother waved her magic wand and chanted the magic word, Triply, trappily, troppily, true. And then the 3 pumpkins turned into a handsome coach drawn by 6 strong horses. And then Threerella's do-rag and red dress turned into a gown and crown. Threerella said, I've never seen such a triple-tastic crown and gown. And get a load of my glass slippers. The fairy godmother said, Have fun, Threerella, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken. Threerella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Stripling was wondering who he should marry. Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Emmy say all together, He's walking towards me! But he's not walking towards any of them. But he's walking towards Threerella. Threerella and Prince Stripling dance together. But later, Threerella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she's running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Stripling was so worried. He afraid that he might never see Threerella again. So he traveled around Tripleville to find her and brought the tiny glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door of the house where Threerella and her ugly, mean stepsisters lived. Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can you try on this glass slipper? Tasha first. Hannah second. Rena third, and the twins last, but none of their feet fit. Suddenly, Prince Stripling noticed Threerella singing. She exclaimed, Prince Stripling, is that you? Prince Stripling said, Of course it's me. Threerella gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Tripling back. And he doesn't need to put on the glass slipper back on Threerella's foot because it's so uncomfortable. And they both live happily ever after. The end. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Threerella 2, 3 Wishes Come True. A sequel to Threerella, based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon 2 times, Threerella and Prince Tripling are happily married. Several weeks later, they dreamed of having a baby, but there's one problem. Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Emily have a lot of tricks up their sleeves and can do anything to stop Threerella and Prince Tripling. Another several weeks later, Threerella and Prince Tripling succeed in getting pregnant, but Threerella is sick. Luckily, Threerella's fairy godmother knows a spell that can cure her. She waves her magic wand and chants the magic words, "Triply, triply, triply, true!" And the baby is cured. However, the spell has a side effect. And so it wasn't one baby, it was triplets. Threerella and Prince Tripling aren't upset though. They're overjoyed instead. They then name the triplets Tina, Fiona, and Simona. 6 months later is the day of Tina, Fiona, and Simona's royal birthday. Suddenly, Threerella asks her father-in-law, the king of Trupleham, "Everyone has their gifts, but what about your gift, father-in-law?" The king of has 3 magical necklaces for his grandkids. But he only remembers one thing they do. Make a wish and rub the jewels on them. Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Emily try to break into the party, but Threerella's fairy godmother traps them in a bubble. The bubble carries them, Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Aaron, and Emily themselves all the way to the desert. It pops that causes them to fall into a chasm. Meanwhile, back at the party, Tina, Fiona, and Simona really love their birthday gifts. And inside the chasm is a magical wishing charm, but it only grants 3 wishes. And what's their use? And only when they're used up, the magic of Tripling will be gone forever. And the only way to restore it is Wish Away Falls. Wish Away Falls' water can fill up the charm and restore the magic of Tripleville. This gives Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Aaron, Ellie, and Emmy an idea to seal the charm. The king of Triplehill's messenger saw it and said, "Oh, no, we're in trouble! Oh, big trouble!" He then goes over to the king of Tripleville by saying, "Your Majesty, 5 evil ladies are sealing the wishing charm." "Sound the alarm!" the king of Tripleville yelled, which his messenger blows a trumpet alarm. That his guards hear yell, "Charge!" and attack, but before they could, Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Emmy used their first wish to stop them. Luckily, Threerella, as fairy godmother, chants the magic word again, "Triply, triply, triply, true!" and waved her magic wand to turn Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, and Emmy into stone statues, resulting in Tripleville being saved, and they all lived happily ever after. The end. I hope this was a fun story, Andrews Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on buy our merchandise at NintendoDoesEverything.com. And now I've been debating on making the Threerella sequence a bit of tradition. And take care. Bye. And